We care about Bermuda and we care about getting green. So we started a harvest garden at CedarBridge Academy, where accidents is valued.
We went on a trip to learn about plants.
Like, you know, like about like you learn about how the plants grew and like why they grew and like different reproduction and all that.
So this tray alone will hold 200 seeds. So we actually would put it through this machine here. So we'll basically each one of these little small holes will basically go into each one of these the actual seed cells. So we'll basically turn the machine on, and these here little small holes are like a vacuum. So it's pulling air through. So whenever you put your seed through, you basically putting your seed through here and you basically sprinkle it on top. And when it's still sucking the seed, you got a vibrator, and it vibrates, and the seed, whatever seed is not being sucked through, is basically falling down and back into your tray. So once that's established and it's pretty much still holding the seed, you basically turn it over, and you got your tray inside here, inside the piece here. So your tray will come in here, and you say, and that'll pretty much, then that's done.
This stuff pretty much comes from rock, like Rice Krispies, you know, it's inflated rocks, like you know, like inflated rice. They shove it with pressure and air until it puffs up. Right. And it's real lightweight, and it's a good way to cover your seeds because it's not going to weigh them and compact the soil down. So by the time they germinate, it just busts through with no problem.
Right. It's almost like a, because one thing about when you do it, you have to have a mixture of air and water. You don't want it to be too wet, so you don't want to put it in a situation that's getting too much water, and then if it gets too much water, it pretty much rotten out the seed. So you need a little bit of air and water. So that's really why we try to do our water management a little bit more to where we're not overwatering them. We get a little chance to dry a little bit, and then we water them again. So once this here is done, the seeding is pretty much out of the way. We'll take the seed trays and we put them in our greenhouses. Once you get up to this state here, we'll say within a couple weeks or so, then we'll basically go back outside, and then we start putting them in trays like this here that you normally see like at Albert Baldi, Sousa's, all the landscaping company or nursery that you'll see here on the island. So, and then from there, they leave the facility. They leave facility after. Once they get to this state, they leave facility, and they be the roundabouts, botanical garden, and some of the other parts that government owns, or even some of the cabinet office, Amnesty House, a number of other facilities that we pretty much give flowers to.
I really enjoyed planting the plants because I felt that I was doing something important.
I like doing the plants because number one, it got me out of class, but the second thing was it gave me the knowledge to like do what I want to do and make money through what the earth gives me.
More seeds for marigolds. All this here off of one plant, you got maybe 50 or more seeds of marigolds.
Marigolds. It's healthy.
So you save more money.
Yeah, that's sustainable gardening.
Right. But the thing is I have to admit, you have to have a passion for it though, because it can be labor intensive, very labor intensive. So what you do, once they get to a point, I mean this is too early, but we'll let it dry out, and once it dry out completely, then we'll take it out of this hole. It's right now too late to take out of this hole, so we just leave it in there, and once it dry out, it'll easily come right out, and then we'll plant this for next year.
LED lights, like they have like new and old technology like mixed in the whole greenhouse. One LED, like one set of LED lights shine on the flower, and like when it shines like twice as hard as the like little small ones that they have for like little, just like little plants, like new species you can use.
The LED lights are cheaper because they use less electricity.
Yeah, than like regular plant green lights. Let's put a faithful end to our trip. Everybody's all up top and ready. Make a move.
That looks so perfectly timed.
It's just taking off the top.
Yeah. See, that's the top layer of the grass. And then the shovels then go anywhere.
I think I need a hose.
You got one.
Anytime you take weeds out, you make sure you bank the soil back into the ground. Remember I was showing you on the board, you dig the first foot out, you put the first foot in the wheelbarrow. Then you loosen up the second foot, and you throw the compost in the second foot.
Throw this and you...
Now that this can go, we got compost. So that deal we don't worry about right now.
The compost is outside the greenhouse, right?
Yeah. What we'll normally do is take this fork and loosen up the second foot of soil. But right now we're hitting all rock. So instead of being able to loosen it up, we're gonna have to build it up. Just skim the first top layer there. Fertilizing that foot right there.
In the meantime, I'm gonna put
Arian scrapings.
This first bed.
We have another.
I believe so.
We have another concrete slab in the way.
As we were constructing our garden and marking it out, we encountered a problem that it was concrete in the way, so we had to reconstruct our garden to put the concrete.
When we was making our measurements, we found that it was clunks of concrete all in our garden, and we couldn't really do what we wanted to do because the concrete's in the way. They had the little chunks of concrete in the ground because
Like certain areas we was about to grow our plants.
like they was building a fence right there, and they had to like stake the fence in the grounds, and they didn't take it up after they was finished.
So we guys had to remeasure our whole garden so like the walk, so we can put the cement in the walkway instead of like the garden.
Wrong side.
Let's go, man. Hit it, man.
Watch the pull.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Get set. Go.
Watch that move while you in.
That's a wrap, dude.
Get them hands dirty, buddy. That's what I like to see.
So
Medic. Like a medicine.
Oh boy, I'm good.
It's not gonna suffocate the leaves or nothing like that, right?
Keep the leaves above, keep the soil beneath.
Ah, so it does suffocate.
Don't suffocate them, but whatever sunlight can hit, you'll die.
Look at that, look at that. Look at our roots. Straight from Africa.
I can't see what I'm filming.
Get the hoe. Yeah, I'm just really proud of all the progress that we did building the getting the experience, you know, going to the garden house. We have our own greenhouse at CedarBridge Academy. Like, I'm just really proud of that.
In conclusion, we as CedarBridge Academy students think that this was a very positive project and a very positive experience. We look on continuing this project as time progresses and as we gain more knowledge and more experience, and also we think that this has inspired us to do this on our own time and do it in our own backyard. So basically what we're going to do is get what we've learned and we're going to take it to our homes and try to do the same thing that we did here at school.